don't know if this is an epidemic or if this is a phenomenon. Let's just call it what it is. It's a sickness. It's an epidemic. And we need to address it. It's infected pretty much every team in the NBA. Every star player in the NBA. Even fringe star players in the NBA have caught this. Are you talking about COVID? No. We're talking about scoring. We're talking about lots and lots of scoring. An epidemic in the league, and it's getting out of hand. It is getting to the point where I don't even know this league anymore. I don't even know this version of the NBA anymore. Donovan Mitchell, last to catch it, 71 points for Donovan. He had 11 at halftime, so he was free. It was okay. He seemed fine at halftime. Everything seemed to be shaping up for a good 27, 28-point performance. And then all of a sudden, one of the highest scoring games of all time. Also, the highest scoring regular season performance in Cavs history, which people don't talk about enough. And that came right on the heels of Luka Doncic and his insane 60-point game, which he followed up with a 53-point game 2 games later. Giannis last night had 55, career high. No one said a word. Why? Why? Because the scoring right now is out of hand. The scoring is so silly, the defense is so bad that nobody even blinks when someone drops 50 anymore. Do you even remember Devin Booker scoring 58? Do you remember it? No. You probably don't even remember Devin Booker playing for the Phoenix Suns because he's been out with an injury for so long this season. Since December of this year. December. Okay? Not the full season. Not the calendar year. December. 1 month. These are the highest scoring games. Donovan Mitchell, 71. Luka, 60. Booker, 58. Anthony Davis, 55. Giannis, 55. Clay, 54. Embiid, 53. Pascal Siakam scored 52 points. Say it ain't so. Luka, 51. Luka, 50. LeBron, 47. Darius Garland scored 46 points. Giannis, 45. Paul George, 45. That's in the last 5 weeks. What are we talking about? That's like 20 people. That's insane. 20 guys have scored 40 or more this year. 89 games in total. This is scoring at epidemic proportions. We need these guys to start wearing masks. Like, their guys are catching it. It's not just superstars. My man Dennis Schroeder put up 32 last night. I love the NBA. I love scoring. I love buckets. Guys are skilled. I'm not trying to say, get off my lawn. This isn't as fun. Blah, blah, blah. But if you're in your 30s, which maybe you're in your 30s and you don't listen to podcasts, or maybe you watch the news. I don't know. But if you're like me, you remember when it was hard to drop 50. Doesn't seem hard to drop 50 anymore. Just seems inevitable. When 50 is inevitable, if you're a superstar, nobody's playing no damn defense. We have nobody out here strapping anymore. We expect now 40 points nightly from Embiid. Of course. But Jordan Clarkson? I'm getting 40 out of Jordan Clarkson? Do you guys even know where Jordan Clarkson went to school? Do you even know who drafted Jordan Clarkson? Do you even know what teams he's played for so far in the NBA? Did you know he played for Cleveland? Did you know that? Jordan Clarkson is dropping 40, okay? Pascal Siakam, who no one knew before Kawhi got there, and he's a fine player. I like Pascal. He's a fine player. 52? Is he that guy? Is Pascal that guy to score 52 on someone's head when they're draping the defense around him? No, because they're not draping the defense around him. At least Donovan Mitchell 71. He was the only man out there. Everyone knew he was going to get the ball. Everyone was exhausted, and he was just better than every guy on that floor. They were double and triple teaming him. That's the kind of 71 I want to see. I don't want to see guys just in a layup line, just layup, dunk, layup, easy mid-range, layup. What is that? That's literally just me watching practice. Pascal Siakam is not Giannis. He's not Embiid. He should not be putting up half of 100 points against any team, especially the Knicks. Where was Isaiah Hartenstein? Where was Mitchell Robinson? Where was RJ Barrett? Where was anyone? He scored a career high, and they still lost. The Toronto Raptors still lost. By the way, they're in free fall. We'll get to it at some point. Someone make it make sense. The defensive schemes have had to change so that teams are willing to let guys like Giannis or Luka. They're just basically saying, let the number one guy go off for 50 and we'll see. We'll see. Just give him everything he wants. And then if he gets 50, who cares? We'll get 110. Luka has lost twice so far this year, scoring 50 points in a game. That strategy apparently is working. There's a combination of things that explains this high degree, this epidemic of scoring. Guys obviously are more skilled. They can score buckets in a bunch of different ways. Three different styles, and then you have defenses designed not to worry about one guy, right? Concentrating on stopping the other players. Is this fun? Do you find this fun? I was talking to a friend the other day while having a nice little chai tea latte out in LA, and I think he agrees. Is this fun? No, it's not that fun. Does it feel meaningful? No, it does not feel that meaningful. Is it hard to bet? Yeah, you fucking believe it is. I can't tell who's going to score on a night-to-night basis. I love watching Devin Booker go off for 58, but I'm not sure when that happens whether it's even good basketball. And in that game, the Suns won 114 over the Pelicans. We all celebrated his game, but he went down 4 minutes into the next game, and he hasn't played since. So is that good for his health? Is that good for his longevity? That's the issue. Luka's gone insane because the Mavs aren't going to win unless he scores 50. How can anyone do that on a night-to-night basis? They can't. That's the simple answer. And at least they probably can't. Maybe Luka can. But all of this makes it, at the end of the day, impossible to decide who's the MVP. We don't know. If everyone's scoring 70, 50 points, what are we doing here? How do we know? How do we choose? 4 players, Luka, Giannis, Embiid, Braun, all averaging 36 points per game. What? If you look back at the league in 2000 and you look at the scoring leaders, 30 was a lot. 30 was a lot. There's 25 guys in the NBA scoring 30 on average right now. I had a joke all ready to go about how Adam Silver has juiced the ball in some way to make it go in the hoop. There's a magnetic force inside this ball. He just turns it on with a remote. He's just that one's going in. He can just push. He can just push buttons to decide tonight Devin Booker's going off. See how that will go. Tonight Giannis is going off. Because I think he was jealous of the World Cup, really. He wants to do anything that he can to make sure that the eyeballs didn't change over the World Cup and the EPL now for the first part of the season. I know this isn't baseball, but I really need to explore more whether Adam Silver is good for basketball. Everybody thinks he is, upon first glance. I don't know, though. We'll have to look into it and dig into it more. One thing's for sure. For every 50 burger a star and maybe non-stars like Anthony Simons drops, I think Adam Silver smiles, and the ratings do too.